Hey, Cliff Jumper 1984, Red Rocks. The Alcoholic Autobot. This video today is just a little simple other video game one. You know, playing through Nintendo and looking through some of the game lists. What would be some of the ones that I would like to see do a remake or a reboot? Since, you know, there's a bunch of franchises, you know, getting re-released lately, I thought I'd, you know, put my own 2 cents in. And I wanted to make this, you know, a list of 10. Everyone's got 10, top 10, 10 this. I couldn't even, you know, find 10 I really wanted, let alone barely make 9. Because one I kind of, I'm like, I wrote it down and thought about it. I was kind of a little iffy about it. So, with no further ado, let's get to my 9 top remakes or reboots I'd like to see from Nintendo. Well, before we get off and say that it's Nintendo, it's games that I played on the NES. They're not Nintendo licensed whatsoever. So they might have appeared in other consoles, probably most likely didn't. I guess I pretty much did it in alphabetical order. Number 1, even though another company owns the rights to them now, I'd want to see another Adventure Island. And I don't care if it's on the standards of what they did on Super Nintendo and Super Adventure Island 2, how they, you know, had equipable armor and stuff like that. I dig that. Number 2, Lolo. Whatever happened to Adventures of Lolo? I really enjoyed the series. I've never beaten any of them. They get really hard, but I don't think the gameplay really gets stale to me, I guess. It's, you know, it's a puzzle game, and all the puzzles are very different and was set up very intelligently, that I think. It's, you know, something I'd still enjoy playing. I have number 1, I think, on Virtual Console, and I have... Maybe I don't have any from my NES. I have to make a video sometime of my whole NES collection. That'd be really cool. Number 3, a lot of people have always been saying this. You know, everyone says this. Battletoads. You know, what more do I need to say? That's an awesome game. It's got some humorous stuff. You know, I'd love to have the pulse screen be the same beat again. That'd be awesome. Have all 3 toads in this one, of course. Number 4 is when I was like, maybe not, because I'm sure it was kind of redone in a Wii game called Furu Park. It kind of did like a reboot remake on it, but it was very short and it was for Bubble Bobble. I like a game. But you know, if you make a reboot, I don't want to hear the same goddamn song throughout the whole game. Well, whatever, you get the point. Number 5, Demon Sword. It, I guess, kind of was your standard hack and slash ninja game, but it was just so awkward that if you wanted a basketball team, you get that motherfucker to you know, dunk for you, because that guy was, you jump like, what the fuck? And it had other ninja powers, and every time you completed I guess there was a stage and a couple levels to a stage, you go, guess it, and your sword will get bigger. That's awesome. I don't know. I'd just like to see a really, you know, I wouldn't expect an awesome reboot of that, but just with updated graphics and stuff like that, with everyone that just runs at the screen at once. Number 6 is a tedious game that I think a lot of people dislike, and I think it's definitely I wouldn't say a great game, but it's a game that's overlooked, and that's Faxanadu. It's, like I said, it's long, it's hard, there's really not much understanding of it. Some of the background in the mist area really fucking sucks. To gain money in it was very tedious. The password system sucked. But then again, I don't know why it's a great game to me. It was definitely, it sucked that you were like this, yeah, you're basically like this big, you know, across the whole NES screen. That'd be fitting this whole screen right here. Yeah, it pretty much will take you maybe a weekend to beat if you're not familiar with it. Uh, 7, and of course there was a Super Nintendo version of this, and you had a Demon Crest spin-off, Ghouls and Ghosts. Why isn't there a new version of that? Even if it's 3D, it's nice to see Arthur in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I definitely think that's neat. Of course, I guess because he was also one of the extra characters in Marvel vs. Capcom, the first one. I would just, yeah. Even a 3D version of that game, I think, would be, well, because even if you had a 3D version, the jumps wouldn't be there, and I guess it's also 1/5 of the difficulty of the game is the goddamn jumps themselves. Yeah. I'm going to go out of order, because this is on the games I don't intend to license. Number 8 would be Dizzy. Yes, that damn little egg thing. I very much enjoy both of the games that I've played. I've never beaten one either, but that's like a gathering game, and I'm sure there's other people that would find that genre very good now if they could do it right. I do actually have the Dizzy Cart, and which I really, really want to go back and play. So yeah. Number 9, which would be my last one, is I guess something that is another series that's kind of overlooked because of the way the series progressed, which is Wizards of Warriors. One was a awesome, fun game, easy, infinite lives. Or no, I should say infinite lives, infinite continues. And it was fun to play, and the music was definitely cool. The controls were awesome. And then it continued on to Wizards of Warriors 2 Iron Sword, where, yes, the difficulty was up there. The hit detection with the sword was pretty bad. But I liked the introduction of the other treasure chests you'd find for, instead of just, extra weapons and items and stuff, there with swords and armor. Well, it wasn't armor, it was helmets and shields. Instead of just, the standard shield. That was pretty cool. That was a little different. And it really took me a while to beat that. I did cheat and use Game Genie. And then number 3 came along, and wow, fuck number 3. That game's so goddamn hard. That was like a fuck you to the series. I'm eventually going to do a whole series review of it, and I've been saying this for like 11 months, I think. I made a trailer to it, and I'm gonna put that trailer below of that. And I think I'm gonna do put links below of my top 10 NES games. Period. What do you think? What would be a game from Nintendo, or at least the 8-bit generation, that you would like to see get a reboot or a remake? You agree or disagree with me on some of these? Give me reasons why. No hard feelings. I like opinions. Everyone's got their own. Yeah, so today's Tuesday. I got 3 more days. No, 2 more days to my birthday. Hell yeah. 30 fucking years old. Still be playing Nintendo. I don't give a fuck. So yeah. Always drink one on me. Take it easy.